expedition members find it quite interesting when they wake up to noises that they have never heard before. Like we're hearing now, the howler monkeys just calling really loud in the morning.
It's just completely stunning. It's like Mother Nature's baby out here. I mean, you wake up to howlers, and then you come out and you hear the birds, and you see the different birds flying by.
Come here on an expedition, you're likely to see a lot of wildlife. You will see a lot of wildlife. Make sure you bring your camera because you have to bounce back home with a lot of good photos from here.
We worked on a beach where we found 4 different species of sea turtles. Here we get leatherbacks, we get greens, we get hawksbills, and we get loggerheads. Poaching is one of the major threats that sea turtles face, at least in this region, because people like to eat the eggs, and sometimes they actually like to eat the meat of the turtle. So we walk the beach every night during turtle season because that's the moment when the turtles emerge from the sea to lay their eggs.
My first saw a turtle was awesome. It was. Then again, it was that build-up for coming and seeing and working with them, and then finally to see a massive leatherback, covering a nest. It's pretty impressive, and then measuring it, taking all the data, triangulating the nest. Yeah, pretty impressive, special.
And then just to be able to watch her go back to the sea and go off on her way, and that's when you really get on with work, because then we start disguising the nest and doing everything we can to make sure that that nest isn't poached. And then the following day, a turtle census team will go out in the morning and see if the nest is still there. And when that nest is still there and it's still natural, there's such a sense of achievement that, you've really done something for conservation and critically endangered species. It's an awesome experience.
This expedition is really interesting in the sense that we work with many different projects. We work with many different species of wildlife. We have the jaguars, for example, that we study. Jaguars are like twofold project. One is trying to count them to have an estimation of how many jaguars are out there, and the other one is to know how many turtles they kill per year. At the moment, we're using camera traps. So the idea is that we set the cameras, and every time that an animal will walk in between the cameras, they will sense the motion, and then they will take a picture. With the predation of sea turtles, we go and we walk the entire length of the beach, from the boat station of the national park, counting how many dead turtles we find.
Well, I went on a jag walk 2 weeks ago, and I'll be going on another one soon. It was long, it was hard. We walked 15 some odd miles, just knowing that jaguars were on the beach a couple hours before I was, being able to see their prints, and it was definitely a great experience, and a feeling of pride, I guess, that I'd done it, and a feeling of accomplishment that I didn't realize I would have once I was done.
Some EMs simply love it, and they want to do jag walks every single week, and some EMs they just prefer to do other of the surveys, so they have that choice. They can decide what they like to do better. We also have lots of monkeys that we study. We have 3 different species. We study the resident birds and the canal birds, and we also do other side projects. For example, the reforestation project, where we go out there and we collect seeds of trees that we know are either endangered or are very important for wildlife, and we grow them here, and then when we have activities with the community, we bring the trees and we plant them with the children and sometimes with the adults, and that's pretty a nice experience. San Francisco is a small community of less than 300 people at the moment. It's the closest community to us. We go there to teach English to both adults and children.
They keep saying that for tourism, English is important for future jobs and to kind of get their life going to where they want it to be. But honestly, I think I've learned more from them than they've learned from us. And it's been one of those experiences that I didn't necessarily think about when I came here. I didn't know that the impact that it would have on me, but it's been very special for everybody, and I think a lot of people are surprised about that.
When you look at the stuff that's on the GVI website beforehand, and it says, you'll be getting up 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, that's a regular start to the day, and you look at that and you're like, it's never going to happen. It's never going to happen. Nobody gets up at that time. And then you get here, you want to get so much into your day. You want to get up when it gets light. For the first week, I think I probably slept 4 or 5 hours a night because I didn't want the days to end. get up before everybody else, just wander around the garden, go to bed after the last person's gone to sleep, and just take a look around, appreciate where you are.
I may come back and perhaps bring my friends and share with them this experience rather than trying to tell a story, because I think it's hard to tell a story about something which is so spectacular and so unusual.
I think I've already recommended it to everybody I know, and I think it's a really important learning experience and opportunity for personal growth. No matter what your life stage is or what your background is, I think an experience like this is unlike anything else.